welcome back to another night of Stallions hockey, folks. The reason you are seeing the banner on our page is because due to licensing rights, we were unable to video stream this game, but we will still be doing an audio stream. We have linked the video in our comments if you would like to go check that out, hosted by Adrian College as we get underway in the first period. The starting lineup for the Stallions tonight, we have Clay Edmond at center with Devin Collis and Charlie Carnes on the wing. On defense to start is Jack Williams and Griffin Friel with Isaac Kastner in net. Quick shot by Adrian. The rebound out to the tops of the hash mark, picked up by Devin Collis, fed to Carnes. Carnes flips it into the zone, gets over the goal line. The Adrian goalie has to come out to play it. Devin Collis keeps it below the net. Adrian and Carnes fighting for it below the net as the puck squirts out to the hash marks. Quick breakout by Adrian as they get over the blue line. Puck through the neutral zone. Friel struggling to get a hang of it. Puck loose. Carnes picks it up, feeds it to Collis in the center of the ice. Collis driving wide. Toe drags past Adrian. Behind the net, quick pass up. Nobody was there through the slot as it gets out of the zone. Picked up by PK in the neutral zone. Fed to Crampton, whose quick pass is right to the stick of an Adrian player as Stein has it now in the neutral zone. Gets over the blue line. Tries to get through two defenders as the puck goes to the Adrian goalie who covers it for an ice. Stein is going to take the face-off here with Kanjemi and Crampton on the wing as Stein fights for it in the corner. Tried to pass to Crampton, who is just below the tops of the circles, and he comes down to support. Number 25 for Adrian gets the puck knocked away from him by Stein as Crampton backhands it through the middle of the ice where Adrian comes to pick it up. Stein doing a good job of back check as PK, Pearson Kloppy, picks up the loose puck. Sends it to Stein, who chips it with his stick into the zone of Adrian as they must break out. Quick bounce off the boards right to Londos, who leaves it for Kanjemi to send it back into the zone as they come off the ice. Replaced by Ethan Paddy and Nate Kuchar, as Kuchar has a nice forecheck along the boards. Broken out by the Adrian Bulldogs as they circle back to below their own blue line, go D to D. Fighting for it along the boards is Kuchar as he gets tripped up. Londos gets hit. Paddy sends it into the zone right on net as the goalie catches it and drops it to his defender, who passes it behind the net around the boards. Puck loose, shot sent in by Rick as Pat got a stick on it. Bulldogs working to break it out here. Londos was there, just couldn't connect on the hit and take the puck away. Number 17 driving the net, gets by Rick. Puck loose in front of the net, still loose. Somehow that didn't go in. Kastner with a great save, not really sure what happened. As Kuchar has it now getting through the neutral zone. Sends it down, bounces it off the boards where number 7 for the Bulldogs picks it up, sends it quickly to number 19, who's backhands it to 10, who couldn't find it right away. Rick knocks him off the puck as Kastner comes out of the net to play it. Backhands it to Cole Williams, sends it behind the net back to Ricky, who sends it to Paddy along the boards, who gets it out of the zone. As Nathaniel Kloppy was flying, just fell down as he was trying to get the puck. Puck just below the blue line for the Bulldogs. Quick breakout straight to Jack Williams' stick as he sends it in. Number 7 gets a piece of it. Nathaniel Kloppy hard on the forecheck with Justin Satawa right behind him. Satawa drops it to himself along the boards, cuts back just to where he was, looking to pass it to the point to Friel. Instead, cycles it down low to Nathaniel Kloppy, who can't get a hold of the puck. Is 15 for the Bulldogs, picks it up on the other side of the ice as they come through the neutral zone. Quick shot just wide of the net. Jack Williams picks it up. Was looking to Friel, instead goes back the way he came, up the boards. Bulldogs get a shot on net from the point. Another shot saved by Kastner. The Stallions come into this weekend having swept Central Michigan and looking to take the first win in tonight's game against the Bulldogs. Quick shot on net from the blue line. Rebound was there, sent back through the slot. Another save by Eisnick as Jack Williams is fighting for it below the net. He's coming away with it, or trying to, as he gets knocked off the puck. Clay Edmond comes in for support. Sends it back right up to Adrian player, where Carnes was there as the shot could not get all the way to the net. It was broken up. Pass somehow squeaks through. Looks like it went through the legs of one of the Bulldogs players as Collis is there. Was trying to cycle it back to Clay along the boards as number 8 has it. And the Bulldogs are going to not get it out of their zone as Carnes had a nice forecheck, but 8 for a defense on Bulldogs. Picks it up, skates all the way down to the other end of the ice as he circles behind the Stallions net, drops it to another player who sends it into the slot where Collis is waiting for it as he flips it out of the zone, caught by number 13, who sent right back into the zone on net by Kastner as he tried to drop it and play it to Hayden Hebard, but it looks like it couldn't get out of his catch. So he freezes it. As Griffin Crampton will take the face-off here, wins it back to Pearson Kloppy, who's fighting below the net for possession of the puck, as Stein is waiting along the boards for that loose puck, as Stein and PK now fight for it as the whistle is blown. Stoppage in play. And the face-off will be moved just outside of the Stallions' defensive zone. Crampton will take the face-off again with Stein and Kangemi on the wing. Crampton has it through the neutral zone. Try to cut through the center of the ice as he gets tripped up and penalty called for tripping. So that will be the Stallions' first power play of the evening. Last week, the Stallions scored 2 of their goals on power play against Central Michigan. As Satawa takes the face-off here, puck up to the boards for Willie as he gets hit. Puck stays in the zone. Quick to send it out is Adrian as that puck flies through the air all the way down to the opposite side where it hits the netting. And instead of running down the clock, it results in a stoppage in play and the face-off still in the Bulldogs' territory as Satawa is getting ready for the face-off here, waiting for the referee to exchange pucks. As he gets down low, Stein right behind him. Face-off 1 back to Jack Williams as he moves to the center of the ice. Passes back to Stein, waiting along the hash mark. Stein back to Williams. Williams skates in. Passes to Patty, who's moving into the point. His shot is saved. Nice puck movement there as the face-off will move to the other side of the zone. Satawa ready for the face-off again. This time puck loose in the slot. 1 to the corner by Adrian. They're just trying to get it out of the zone. Up to Jack Williams. Skates to the center of the ice. Back to Stein. Stein to Williams. Williams shot on net. Puck loose. Rebound there. Picked up by Stein. Fed up to the boards by Patty, who's going to move towards the center of the ice. Wait, pass to Williams, who's going to move in. Shot. Looks like it had a deflection. Rebound there. Picked up by Crampton just above the hash marks as he circles towards the center of the ice. Passes down to Stein, who's at the other tops of the circles. Moves in to take the center of the slot. Stein working to get the puck into the zone. Shot, rebounds, picked up by Jack Williams. Passes up to Patty at the top of the blue line. Down to Stein. He moves in his shot wide of the net. As that's going to go all the way down, forcing Isaac Kastner to come out of net. 50 seconds left in the power play. Patty picks it up behind the net. Working to get it out now is Ethan Patty as he makes a move, bounces it off the boards to Jack Williams. Patty driving the net. Willie is trying to feed it to Patty. He just missed him there. As Patty picks up his own pass to Collis, feeds it to Brait, who skates into the tops of the circles. His shot blocked by Adrian. As the puck is sent back down again, Kastner coming out of his own net, leaving it for Connor Brait, who skates through the defensive zone for the Stallions, gives it to Londos. And they're going to be called for an offsides here, as it looks like Collis was over the blue line before the puck was. And so the face-off will be just outside of the Bulldogs' defensive zone as Londos fights for the puck. 1 back to Carnes, who feeds it to Pearson Kloppy, who's going to get it into the zone, chip it off the boards to himself down low. Picked up by number 13. Fighting for it, though, is Londos, and PK Collis dropped it thinking PK was still there. He has to circle back. Now out of the zone, the Bulldogs get the puck. Carnes has one guy on, makes a nice spin move, cuts to the center of the ice, still has the puck here, has enough space, tried to drop it to Bray, picked up by 27. Nice pickup by Bray, his shot, saved. 27 for the Bulldogs. Tried to pass it forward, but Bray was right there, read it perfectly, picked up that loose puck. Got a quick shot on net, but it was saved by the Bulldogs goalie as the faceoff will stay down in the Stallions offensive zone, where Stein will take the faceoff, wins it to Crampton, and the whistle is blown for another stoppage in play. Looks like the Bulldogs didn't have 5 guys on the ice, as we'll do it again. Face-off 1 to Kangemi, who passes it to Cole, who got a nice shot on net, low shot. Rebound picked up by Kangemi, and now Crampton back to Kangemi. His shot, oh, saved! Nice save by the goalie. Kangemi was looking for the near side top corner on the left-hand side. As that shot was knocked into the netting, and the face-off will move to the other side of the ice, where Crampton will rotate in for Stein's face-off, as the face-off is won by the Bulldogs. Stein giving good pressure. The assistant for Adrian, number 19, takes it himself, gets it out of the zone, over the red line, over the far blue line, still has the puck, drops it to number 17, as that pass is broken up and the puck sent out of play, resulting in a face-off down low, where the assistant captain for the Bulldogs will take the face-off, trying to win it back. He does. Up to the point, sent down low, where Cole Williams tried to get a pass as it went through his stick, as he is quick on the forecheck. And he gets it out to Nathaniel Kloppe, who gets it out of the zone and into the offensive zone for the Stallions, leaves it for Bray to pick up behind the goal line as he circles back up through the hash marks and sends it back down low for Satawa, who has one man on. Uses his skates to kick the puck to himself. Still fighting for it as Nathaniel Kloppe comes in for support. Bray making sure to stay high as Griffin Friel pinches. And the puck does get out of the zone, but Jack Williams was back for that exact scenario as he sends it back down, forcing the Bulldogs to break out as Satawa comes back in for a good forecheck. And here comes Kloppe with another nice forecheck as the puck does get out of the zone, but Jack Williams is there again waiting for it as he sends it right back in, where this time Collis is quick on the forecheck. Kloppe still out there, making sure to keep the puck below the goal line. Collis fighting for it with Satawa coming in for support. Collis passes it up to Friel. His shot on save, rebound there. Another block shot. The net is off as the whistle is blown. That was a nice sequence of events there, as the Stallions managed to keep the puck in the Bulldog zone for a solid minute and a half. No goal, but definitely pressuring, knocking on the door as Clay Edmond is going to take the face-off here. With Devin Collis and Charlie Carnes on the wing. And my mistake, I accidentally called Collis. Sorry, Kangemi was out there on that last shift, not Collis. But now Collis is out. Face-off kind of won by the Stallions as the puck was loose. Quick shot on net from Carnes. Goalie has to throw it away. Clay tried a cycle, but nobody was there for it as the Bulldogs pick up that loose puck as it moves through the neutral zone. Quick backhand from Carnes to Collis, can't connect on it, as Hebard will sit behind his own net, try to pass it up to Pearson Kloppe, who's waiting for it along the far side goal line as the puck is back now with Pearson Kloppe. Bounces off the boards to Collis, who sends it all the way down, and they will call an icing. Kladman is getting ready to take the face-off here as the Bulldogs come in to try and take it away, but Hebard has it, backhands it, picked up by the Bulldogs, who feed it up to their defense at point. Whiffs on the shot. Puck gets out of the zone, but sent right back in by Adrian. Bounced off the glass by PK to Collis, as Adrian picks it up once again behind their own blue line. Goes D to D. Kucher there for a forecheck as the puck is loose. Boppo sends it up. Kucher comes away with it in the neutral zone as he tries to avoid a hit but has the puck taken away by him. Puck loose in the air. Patty catches it and drops it to himself. His shot blocked as he eats the hit from Adrian as the puck is at the point. Again, shot from Cole. Kucher picks up the rebound, cycling down, passes it up to Cole. Cole skates in. He's got a lot of space, moves in. His shot saved. Nice awareness by Cole Williams to take the ice that Adrian was giving him, as he was able to move in about a solid 5-10 feet and rip the shot just above the tops of the circle. And another good save by this Bulldogs goalie, as Carrick Londos will take the face-off. Picked up at the blue line by Cole Williams, sent down low. Strong forecheck by Kucher, keeping the puck below the zone. Cole slaps it into the corner for Nathaniel Kucher to pick up as he's pinned up against the boards. Cole has it once again. Whiffs on it. Does get it back into the zone, but they are calling a delayed offsides as the Bulldogs have it now, moving into the Stallions defensive zone. Ricky there on the defensive play along with Cole. And it looks like they are going to call a tripping penalty, I believe, on Matthew Rickabaugh, as he seems a little confused, and honestly I am too. I didn't really see what happened behind the net there, but regardless, the Stallions are now on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes, with just under 9 minutes to go in the first period. Face-off one, back to Friel, who tries to rim it around and get out of the zone. It is held by the Bulldogs defensive player as they pass along to the tops of the circles to the slot. His shot blocked by Satawa. Next shot is wide as Bulldogs pick it up again, send it across ice to 18, up to the point for 8. Send it to the hash marks for number 27, I believe, as that pass, nobody is there, and it gets out of the zone as they now work to get back into the zone. Another nice play by Friel as he sends it out and all the way down, forcing the Bulldogs goalie to come out of the net as Adrian is waiting for a play to develop, passing it along the blue line. Strong pass across the ice, broken up by Nathaniel Kloppy, as they finally send it in on a dump and chase, where 16 will pick it up. Friel's quick to get on it as Williams tries to get it out of the zone. It is held at the blue line. Shot from the point is saved by Isaac Kastner, and another stoppage in play. 55 seconds left to go in the penalty kill, with Crampton, Patty, Hebard, and Pearson Kloppy out there on the PK. Bouncing it off the boards is Hebard. Crampton almost got a piece of that to chip it out of the zone. Trying to skate into the slot was one of the Bulldogs players, number 14, and that's broken up as Patty chips it around a defender, has one man to beat. Can't get by him as they turn the puck around quickly, passing it across ice as he gets over the red line and far blue line, as it's sent down below the net for the Stallions. Nice hit by Hebard as the puck bounces up to the blue line, picked up by number 7 for the Bulldogs. His shot saved by Kastner. With Carnes getting ready to take the face-off here. One to the tops of the circles by Bulldogs as they take a shot. broken up by the stick of Charlie Carnes, where Hebard fighting for it in the corner. Carnes unable to get it out of the zone, tried bouncing off the boards. Another shot from high slot, saved, and the rebound picked up by Hebard as he does get it out of the zone. He gets hit going down, but the Stallions go back to full strength, and another shot saved by Isaac Kastner. The Stallions are back to full strength as Clay Edmond comes onto the ice to take the faceoff, wins it back for Ricky to pick up, bounces it off the boards behind the net to Carnes, who has a guy on him, tried to get it up to Clay, who's streaking the zone. Kept in by the Bulldogs, shot saved, and the rebound bounces off the glass, somehow pops to the front of the net. Another shot saved, puck loose in the corner as Edmond fights for it, along with Cole Williams coming in for support. Cole stops. Looks to Carnes along the boards, passes it up. Carnes can't get it out of the zone as it's sent back in. This time Ricky has it, gets it out of the zone, tried to get it up to Carnes as the icing is called. It was close, very close. They could have gone either way. But it is called an icing, and the Stallions will take the faceoff back down in their own zone as Edmond gets ready to take the faceoff once again. Puck intended for the Adrian defenseman, misses him as the goes all the way back to the Bulldogs defensive zone, where they work to get it out, and they do. It's tipped through the neutral zone, deep into the Stallions defensive zone. Pass broken up by Collis as he takes it away. He's skating with it, gets it over the neutral zone, dumps it in. The Bulldogs goalie comes out of his own net to play it, bounces it off the glass to Williams, who is waiting for it just outside of the zone as Brait is trying to chase down that puck. Can't get to it in time, but Bulldogs goalie holds on to it long enough for Brait to put a nice forecheck as it's sent through the middle of the ice. They are going to call a icing on that play from the Bulldogs. So the Stallions will skate down to take a face-off on the leftmost circle with Justin Satawa, backed up by Griffin Friel. Face-off won by the Bulldogs as Satawa comes in for a forecheck and has it along the boards with number 18 breaking it out, just passing it just behind the skates, and Nathaniel Kloppy finds his guy on the opposite side of the ice where Jack Williams works to knock the player off the puck. Pass to the top of the slot. His shot, nice save by Isaac. I don't think he saw that the whole way. Had to drop down at the last second. The rebound somehow goes all the way back down as another icing is called. Face-off down in the Stallion zone as the Bulldogs, number 27, skates below the net and kept the puck low, cycling, as their cycle is broken up by Jack Williams, who is pinned up against the boards as the Stallions work to get it out of the zone. Here comes Brait, passing it off of the stick of Satawa as he chases down number 2. Nice stick from Satawa. His pass through the slot to Brait just missed his stick as the Bulldogs regain possession. They pass across ice just below the face-off circles in their own zone as they do to work to get it out, but nice forecheck by Brait breaks up that breakout as Crampton chasing down the puck carrier who bounces it off the glass right to Hebard's stick as he gets a shot on net, and that rebound bounces off to the slide where it's held into the zone by Brait. Kanjemi backhands to Stein, just missed that pass by a fraction as the puck is bounced off the glass and this time does get out, picked up in the neutral zone by Hebard as he sends it down low. for Kanjemi and Stein to forecheck with Crampton waiting up high. Nice forecheck by Stein as he falls to the ground. Looks like he's sitting on top of the puck. Stein comes away with it, passes, keeps it to Kanjemi. He passes it back to Stein down low. Nice feed by Crampton. Just moved through the center of the ice. Crampton working to hold on to it in the zone. He does. But the Bulldogs managed to get it out of the zone as Kastner tried to play it to Pearson Kloppe, but Kloppe flew by that puck as the Bulldogs pick it up in the neutral zone and work to get over the blue line. The puck does, but Hebert is there in the corner. Checks his shoulder. Was looking for Kucher along the boards, but flipped it a little too high and it hits the netting. Carrick Londos with the face-off. Won by the Bulldogs, but Londos is quick to regain possession, passes it up to Stein with Kucher right behind him. Stein's shot save. Rebound there for Kucher. Can't come away with it as he fights for it along the boards. Up to the point for Ricky. Makes a nice pause to have the Adrian defender drop down to one knee, giving him time to skate in and shoot as that rebound is picked up by the Bulldogs as they try to get it out of the zone. Back to Ricky in the neutral zone. Passes to Patty off the boards. Patty's pass not strong enough to get to Londos as they fight for it. Out to 17, who was on an island all by himself. He has Ricky to beat. Passes through the center of the slot. Nobody was there. Up to the point for the Bulldogs. Quick shot on net. Rebound into the netting as Kastner made sure to deflect that puck. Clay Edmond getting ready for the face-off. Wins it back to Cole Williams. Puck loose behind the net. Ricky has it. Back to Cole. Cole up to Carnes, who leaves it for Clay, who is streaking the ice. Bounce off the boards by Ricky for the Bulldogs to pick up. Puck rolls to Kastner as he taps it to the side as the Bulldogs send it below the net, where they bounce it off the boards to their defender as the puck bounces on the ice. Nice block by Ricky as the puck moves to the corner. Rimming it around is the Bulldogs as they miss it. And moving all the way down to the opposite end of the ice, Collis is there on the forecheck with Carnes right there for him. The icing is called off by the referees as that breakout pass from the Bulldogs. Couldn't find a player as Friel has it now, cuts to the center of the ice. His pass intercepted by number 25 for Bulldogs. Shot saved by Kastner. It was a small breakaway as 18 waits for it in the slot. Friel read that up from a mile away as he breaks up that pass as the Bulldogs have to regroup in the neutral zone. Number 7 sends it on net. Rebound out to Jack Williams, who backtracks, bounces it off the boards where Londos was waiting for it. It couldn't hit Londos' stick as the Bulldogs still have it in the zone. A shovel pass. And now a shot on net. Rebound picked up by Kanjemi as he flips it, but it's caught by the defender at the blue line and held in as the Stallions are working to just get it out of the zone, as they finally do by Jack Williams. He bounces it off the boards. Kanjemi hot on the forecheck with Satawa there, intercepting it in the neutral zone. He gets shoved from behind and falls down. No call. As Satawa now there on the forecheck with Brait and Stein waiting for them to try and break it out, as that will conclude the first period of play. The score at the end of the first period, 0-0. And we will be back after this brief intermission. Welcome back, folks, as we begin the start of the second period here in Adrian, Michigan at Arlington Ice Arena, as play has just begun with the puck sent into the Stallion zone, picked up by Hebard, who wheels around, passes to Crampton, who is curling down low. Pass does not get through as the Bulldogs gain possession and keep it in the zone, with Hebard breaking it out to Stein. His pass is broken up, but it looks like the Bulldogs player got turned around, and Stein picks up the loose puck and moves into the zone for the Stallions. Quick pass to slot for Crampton. His backhanded pass, nobody's there, up to the point where Cole Williams keeps it in. As Brake comes on to replace Stein, as the puck is flipped to the opposite side, where Cole Williams picks up the puck again, as Ricky comes on now to replace Hebard. Flipped out of the zone by the Bulldogs, and an icing is called. Not an icing, my apology. It looks like Connor Brate was called for a penalty. I'm unsure what the call is. Looks like the refs are deliberating, as it is an icing, and the face-off should be out of the zone for the icing, but it is going to be in the zone for the Stallions, and it looks like Coach Bill wants to have a word about the face-off situation. Face-off won by Satawa to Friel, who tries to get out of the zone, held in by the Bulldogs defensive player. Passed across the ice to 27 as he moves into the tops of the circles. Pass to the slot, bounces off Satawa's skate as it gets out of the zone. Clappy there chasing down number 18 as he's knocked to the ice, where Jack Williams has it and sends it out of the zone. Satawa chasing down that puck, forcing the Bulldogs goalie to come out of his net to play it. Satawa doing good to keep the puck below the goal line as he gets off the ice, replaced by Crampton, as the Bulldogs work to get it up out of the zone. Pass behind the skates of the Bulldogs. They are called for an icing, which was not the intention. As the Stallions have a face-off in the Bulldogs' defensive zone, won by Crampton to Patty, who sends it down low, where the Bulldogs will take possession and work to get it out of the zone. Patty there for a forecheck as the Bulldogs move through the neutral zone and into the Stallions' defensive territory. As Patty comes away with it for a brief moment, but he is knocked off the puck. Quick shot from the high slot, rebound there, and another shot bounces off the post. It was shot from the goal line, though, so nothing too risky as the Bulldogs regroup with 20 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Stallions. As there's a loose puck behind the net. Hayden Hebard there with a nice hip check along the boards below the goal line, with them circling through the tops of the circles. Pass to the left circle, broken up by Hebard as he's going to get out of the zone, trying to beat the defender one-on-one. He still has it just below the goal line. Loses the puck as he stops in the corner, as the Stallions are back to full strength, with Cole making sure not to let that number 77 get around him, as he passes it to Carnes, who made a backhand pass to the neutral zone that was caught by the Bulldogs, intended for Devin Collis, as Cole Williams has it once again. Clay Edmond comes in to support. Puck out to the side for Hebard. Puck flipped to the zone to Carnes as he's being held, but still comes away with it. They are going to call him for a penalty, as Carnes still has it along the hash marks. He is finally knocked off the puck, and the penalty is called for a hook. Satawa on the faceoff wins it back to Jack Williams, who passes it across to Patty. Patty has it just above the right faceoff circle. Made a move and lost the puck, as number 6 for the Bulldogs comes away with it, gets it down to the zone. 3 Stallions on that puck fighting to get possession back, as Satawa has it now. Passes up the boards just past the stick of Jack Williams, as Stein will get it behind the net as he circles around and comes out with speed through the neutral zone. Leaves it to Patty. His pass is broken up by the skate of number 14 for the Bulldogs. Pass through the slot, nobody there. Stein picks it up, passes up to Williams at the point. His shot saved, the rebound to the hash marks where Stein is waiting for it. Stein fills in for Jack Williams, moves to the center of the ice. Shot deflected by Satawa. Saved, rebound picked up by Jack Williams. Patty has it, tries a wraparound. Can't find the back of the net. It was close though, as Stein gets shoved from behind with Satawa picking up the puck below the goal line. Passes to Stein again. The pass sent in by Crampton, who got a quick shot on net, as the rebound was picked up by Satawa, who was at the blue line. Passes to Patty. His pass back to Crampton. Has another shot on net, another one. The rebound's still there. Goalie playing on top of his head right now, as he had probably 3 back-to-back saves. Shot from high slot from Crampton wide of the net. Pass up to Williams at the blue line, who shot it down to Satawa, had a stick on the ice, who tried to tap it into the net, as the Bulldogs managed to clear the zone, where Kastner will leave it for Jack Williams to pick up behind the goal. Crazy sequence of events there, as Hebard passes it up to Jack Williams, who backhands it to Brait, who stops, tries to cut back. The puck taken away by the Bulldogs, where Collis comes in for the forecheck. Nice pass from Brait to Collis, who spun around, passed it to Collis, who's waiting in the slot, whose shot was saved by the goalie, but it was a nice move. Hebard has a man on him as he's fighting for the puck just below the blue line, as Brait makes a nice move. Gets it to Pearson Kloppy, whose shot is on net, where the Bulldogs will have to regroup behind their own net, where Collis is there. Tried to feed it to Clay, who drops it down to Carnes, as the puck is cleared, as Hebard has one man on fast, and they're called for an icing. The Bulldogs bench is irritated by that icing, as the Adrian player was hot on the tail of Hebard. As Londos will work to take the faceoff with Kucher back and to his right. Puck moves to the other side of the zone, as they're fighting for it. Gets out. Ricky has to backtrack below his own goal line. Makes a nice fake, where Cole picks up the puck, gets it to Kucher, who can't find it in his feet. He doesn't comes away with it. He's hit, but the puck is still getting over the zone from Patty to Londos, across to Ricky. His shot, goal! Ricky with the beautiful shot from just above the left face-off circle. Goes across body. And the Stallions are up 1-0. As the face-off is won by the Bulldogs. Kloppy has the puck in his own zone. Backhands it to Friel. Nice pass from Kloppy. Fed it between two defenders as Friel moves into the zone. Driving wide. Oh, he's looking for Kloppy, who is on the other side. Can't connect with them as the Bulldogs flip the ice and come back the other way. Bray was looking to lay out number 5. Just missed him, though. Delayed offsides as that gives Jack Williams time to skate up the zone. Pass it along the boards to Connor Bray, who passes it across to Kloppy, who catches it with his skates as they are called for an offsides. The first period statistics are as follows. Shots on goal for the Stallions, 15, with a 49% face-off percentage, 2 penalty minutes, and 0 for 1 on the power play. The Bulldogs had 18 shots on goal, 51% face-off, 1. Again, 2 penalty minutes, and also 0 and 1 on the power play. Additionally, the rankings have come out for the ACHA Division III men's ice hockey, and the Western Michigan Stallions sit at number 17 in the country, which is the best this team has ever been ranked. And winning this game and the one tomorrow will only help our odds of moving up in those rankings, as Kanjemi looks like he's playing tackle football in the corner, as the Bulldogs player is essentially laying on top of him. Puck cycled down low for the Bulldogs, but the pass intercepted by Stein, as Kanjemi is chasing down the defender as he moves over the far blue line. His shot was broken up, picks up his own rebound, as Hebard takes the rebound away from the corner, as Kanjemi tries to flip it up and out of the zone, as caught by the defender. Puck through the slot. Nice defense by Pearson Kloppy, who had the player had a wide open shot essentially. And here comes 77 now. Beautiful save by Kastner, as it was a one-on-one with 77 and Kastner. And the rebound picked up by Ricky as he gets over the far blue line into the zone of the Bulldogs, but loses the puck. Luckily, Collis is quick to jump on the forecheck as the ice is flipped and sent out of the zone by the Bulldogs. And the icing this time is called off by the referee, as Cole Williams and number 77 fight for it in the corner, as Ricky now comes in for support. Puck loose. Cole has it, passes to Carnes, who's sitting on the boards, waiting for the breakout pass. Carnes' pass, he was skating, broken up, as Castor comes up to play it. Moves it to his backhand, where Cole picks it up behind the net. Carnes bounces it off the boards, intended for Londos, can't get there in time, as it's sent back into the Stallion zone. Ricky passing it to Cole, pass can't get through as the puck moves through the slot with nobody there. Back to the boards now where Patty has it, flips it out of the zone with his backhand. Carnes is going to try and chase it down, but instead he's going to get off the ice. He's been on there for a while, as Kuchar and Jack Williams come on to replace their respective positions, as Ricky is now going to come off the ice, replaced by Griffin Friel. Bulldogs working to break it out of their zone. They do, but that final pass went straight to Jack Williams' stick, as Kuchar gets laid out along the boards. And they are going to be called a delayed offsides, and I believe Patty did not hear that and took the puck as they blow the whistle. Face-off one, back to Griffin Friel, who passes it to his partner, Jack Williams. As the Bulldogs bounce it off the boards. And up ice, broken up by Friel, as he kicks it in via his skate, with Nathaniel Kloppe there on the forecheck. Nice stick by Kloppe as Bray comes in to support. Pass does get through. Doesn't get much farther than that as the puck finds Jack Williams' stick, who bounces it off the boards to Kloppe, who has Satala driving wide. Brait's shot on net wide. Nice hit, shove from behind from Friel. And the puck sent out of the zone. Face-off one by the Stallions. Stein got a quick shot on net. As the puck moves through the neutral zone, Stein again passes to Crampton, who bounces off his stick, where Kenjemi feeds it back to Cramp. Tried to move in on net. He falls down doing so. As here come the Bulldogs, who dump and chase, rims it around, where Stein will pick it up. Cut back through the center of the ice and circle back around, waiting for an option. He has space and time, takes it. Quick pass to Crampton, who makes an even quicker pass to Kenjemi, who's skating wide, passes back to Stein. His shot blocked by the stick of number 13 as it moves to the corner of the ice, where they pass to the center and through the neutral zone, broken up by Stein and Pearson Kloppe, where we'll get a set of fresh legs for the Stallions. Pass to the neutral zone, broken up by Hebard, as he is pushed into the boards, but still fighting for it. He comes away with it, sends it down low, where Collis passes it low to Carnes, who kicks it back up to Collis, who tried to get it to Hebard, but broken up by the Bulldogs, where Cole has it now through the neutral zone. Puck loose, Patty reaching for it, just misses it, trying to come back from where he was. Puck sent in by number 77, Castor comes out to play it. Try to pass it to Ricky. Here comes the Bulldogs now moving in. Nice defensive play by Rick as he flips it up and out of the zone, where Carnes will chase it down. Sent back across, where Cole pick it up, bounce it off the boards to Collis, who has it now, stops. He falls down. Carnes comes down for support. Can't come away with it, try to toe drag it to himself. Puck still in the zone for the Stallions. Almost crossed over the blue line, but was tapped back in at the last second. Carnes there on the forecheck, bounced off the glass by Adrian as he knocks down that player, where Rick has it on the other side of the ice. Sent it into the player, bounced off of his stick, sent it again, bounced off of Collis, where Patty picks up that rebound. Sent low by Patty. Is he going to get off the ice? Pass to the neutral zone. Williams tried to catch it. Bounce off his fingers, where the Bulldogs are on the move and get a quick shot on net. Another save by Isaac Kastner. Score still sits at 1-0 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the second period. Face-off one by the Bulldogs, pass through the slot. Nobody was there to get a stick on it. Another shot, save, rebound there in the slot. Picked up again by the assistant captain for the Bulldogs. Drops it to his defender, number 3. Blocked by Nathaniel Kloppe as Williams has it. Passes to Bray, who is streaking the center of the ice. He tries to cut through the center. Can't come away with the puck. He does knock down the player. Friel, nice stick poke. Back to Sats. Nice pass from Satawa from Kloppy. Just Kloppy could not hold on to it. As Klopp makes a move along the corner, passes up to point for Jack Williams. As Hebard waiting for a 1-T. Shot blocked by Satawa on accident. Held in by Kloppy in the corner. Backhanded pass by Bray to Satawa. Broken up by the Bulldogs as they skate it up and out of the zone. Bouncing it off the boards. Caught by Williams as he is hit. But gets the puck away. Bray has it again. Driving wide. Circles back towards the blue line. Now waiting. Takes a shot. Puck looks like it was broken up by either Kanjemi or one of the Bulldogs as he jumped to get out of the way. As an icing is called on Adrian. Face off from Crampton, one back to Pearson Kloppy at the blue line, who passes it to Stein to try to quickly give it back, but couldn't connect on that pass. As the Stallions working to regain possession, they must regroup in the neutral zone. Pass from PK to Hebard, his shot on net saved. Gets the face off down in the Stallions zone. 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Patty there with the faceoff wins it back to Hebard. His shot blocked by the stick of number 25 as the Bulldogs break it out of their zone. Pass it to number 25 who's streaking wide. His shot wide of the net, but not by much. Patty has it now. He's a 3-on-1. Patty passes it to Carnes. Oh, his shot wide. He had the net. Just couldn't find the back of it as the Bulldogs are quick to come back up the ice. Where Cole is there to break it up. Bounces it off the boards to himself. It does get out of the zone, and it's back to Cole, who was just waiting for it in the neutral zone, as he doesn't get more than about 1.5 feet over the blue line as he loses the puck, and the Bulldogs regain possession, circling back further into their own zone. Finally passing it through the neutral zone, getting it into the Stallions territory, trying to cut through the defenders of Ricky and Cole, as that puck does find the back of the net for the Bulldogs. Kind of a broken play there, as the Bulldogs player tried to skate between Rick and Cole. The puck to the weird bounce. Bulldogs player was right there, shot it. Looks like it bounced off the glove of Kastner, maybe his shoulder, and then found the back of the net. Here come the Bulldogs again. Quick shot on net. Kastner feeds the rebound to the corner where Ricky and Crampton are there on the forecheck. Ricky bounces it off the boards. Intended for Kanjemi, gets by him. Pass to the slot. Rick is slow to get up. He can't stand, so there will be a stoppage in play, as Rick seems to be grabbing his knee. This isn't good. Friel coming to make sure if he's okay as the trainer comes out for Adrian. Doesn't look good for Rick. He's very slow to get up. He hasn't even gotten to his feet yet, but he's a strong guy. As he does finally get up, but he is unable to put pressure on that leg as he is helped off the ice by Crampton and Stein. You never like to see a player go down from either side. Hopefully Rick is okay, as for the time being we are down a defenseman. I'm not sure if he had knee-to-knee contact. I'm guessing that's what it was. I don't believe it was intentional. But regardless, Rick is being checked out by the trainer. As play will resume. Pass by Frio, broken up by the referee. As Crampton fighting for it along the boards. And Jack Williams now racing to the puck in the corner. His hit, he gets knocked down and loses his stick in the process. Stein, fast breakout to Crampton, who gets it to Kangemi. He taps it around the defender, but loses possession, but does manage to get it below the goal line for the Stallions to try and forecheck on. As Hebard pinches, keeping it in the zone. Still with Hebard. Sends it low, but not low enough, as a quick breakout pass from the low faceoff circle to the middle of the ice results in a quick shot on net, where Kastner has to deflect it. Here come Kangemi and Collis now. Kangemi's shot on net. The goalie uses his blocker to deflect it into the netting above the glass. .132 left to go in the second period. The Stallions and Bulldogs all tied up at 1 apiece, as the faceoff is won by Patty, who leaves it to Hebard to send in the zone, and stoppage in play. Looks like they called Collis for a slash. I didn't see that happen, but regardless, the Stallions are going to be on the penalty kill. The faceoff won by the Bulldogs, who gain possession below the goal line. Friel there for a pin check. Bulldogs have to come in for support, sitting behind our own net now. Passing it as he skates through the tops of the hash marks, up to the point, down to the tops of the circle. He leaves it for 25 across to the slot. His shot wide of the net, as he is unable to get it on net with that quick pass. 25 still has possession, pass it to 27. His shot blocked by Patty, up to the high slot. Another shot on net, deflected into the corner, where Friel will fight for it, as 18 comes away with a pass to another slot. His shot does go in, as the score is now 2-1. The Bulldogs on top. It was a quick pass through the slot to the left face-off circle. Isaac was on the opposite side of his net. He was able to get over, but the Bulldogs roofed it top left, and there wasn't much that he could do after that. So the Bulldogs lead 2-1 with 35 seconds left to go in the second period, as Breithausen now gets it over the blue line into the zone of the Bulldogs. Backhand pass broken up by Adrian. Another pass from Breit on the ground. Can't find, I believe, Satawa, as puck loose in the neutral zone, picked up by Breit again, driving wide, this time on the left side. Goes behind his own net, backhand pass covered by the Adrian goalie, and it's taking a while for the refs to blow the whistle, as the Bulldogs goalie had it frozen for a solid 2 to 3 seconds before the whistle was blown. A little bit of pushing and shoving from both sides, as it looks like they're going to take number 13 from Adrian for a penalty. putting the Stallions on the power play with 6.6 seconds left to go in the second period. Face-off won by the Stallions. That's going to be a quick shot. Willie's shot is wide. Another quick shot by Patty. Bounce off the boards. Backhand. Oh! Stein's backhand shot was high and wide, but from my angle, it looked like it was close. So with that concludes the second period. The Bulldogs 2, Stallions 1. We will be back in 15 minutes. Welcome back, folks, to the third period of this game, as the Stallions will begin with a power play. As PK circles back to himself, bounces it off the boards, driving wide now into the zone of the Bulldogs. Stops and starts, passes it back up to the point. Who gets it back? Carnes now along the blue line, passes it across to Collis, who passes it back to Carnes. Carnes back down to Collis, broken up by the Bulldogs, now fighting for it. Carnes' glove came off. As Carnes is without a glove, as the puck is now with Bray in the corner, pass to the slot. Oh! Bounced off the post. As Carnes saves it along the blue line, feeds it to Bray, who moves to the top of the circle. His shot deflected off the stick of either Londos or Carnes, couldn't tell. As Collis has it now, skating in. He had PK, passes in front of the net, scores by Londos! Londos finds the back of the net. Pearson Kloppy was sitting just above the blue half circle for the goalie. Tried to just tap it in, and the puck moved over to the left side where Londos was sitting waiting for any rebound, and it went right to his stick, and all he had to do was tap it in. And just like that, the Stallions have tied this game up 2-2 as Crampton wins the faceoff forward to himself, moves into the zone, dropped it to Kanjemi, who I think he thought he was closer than he was. The Bulldogs take it, but quickly lose possession back to Frio, who dumped it in, but now the Bulldogs have it again, trying to break it out, broken up by Kanjemi. Kanjemi's pass was intended for Stein down low, who would have had an open shot at the net. Broken up by the Bulldogs as they work to break it out. Crampton there on the forecheck, puck bouncing through the middle of the ice as Kanjemi gets it and pushes it on net. As the Bulldogs get it out of the zone, Frio has to skate and chase it down as an icing is called. It was a good forecheck indeed. As Satawa is getting ready to take the face off here. Satawa pushes the puck to the boards where Brait sends it up to Frio, who sends it back down low. And as it gets back to Frio, as 27 burns by Jack Williams and makes a move on pass and scores. And just like that, the Bulldogs are back up 3-2. 27's got a pair of boosters on him as he blows by everybody, cuts to the left where Kastner was not, and all he has to do is tap it in. As face-off won by the Stallions. Puck out of play. As Clay Edmond gets ready to take the face-off here with Collis and Carnes on the wing. And Pearson Kloppy and Hayden Hebert backing up on defense. Collis and PK fighting for it. Pass from PK to Carnes gets by Carnes' stick. As Carnes backhands it to PK, who spins around, bounces off the wall to Collis, who's trying to hit Carnes streaking through the middle of the ice. Nice kick out by PK to himself, as he's going to take a quick shot on net, save by the goalie. The second period statistics for the Stallions. Stallions had 30 shots on goal with a 44% face-off win, with 6 penalty minutes and 0 for 3 on the power play. The Bulldogs, 28 shots on goal, 56% face-off win. Also 6 penalty minutes and 1 for 3 on the power play. As Ricky is back on the ice, seeming to have recovered from his injury, which is always good to see. Puck battle below the goal line. Crampton makes a nice reach to catch the puck, making sure it doesn't get out of the zone. As it bounces off the boards to Cole, who fires it on net. Wide, Kenjemi picks up that loose puck, sends it down low. As it's sent up to the blue line again for Cole, whose pass intercepted by the Bulldogs. He has it again, backhands it through the center of the ice. Bounces off the glass as Cole Williams works to break it out of the zone. Passing it off the boards, taken away by the Bulldogs as number 6 has it. He beats out the defender, gets a shot on net, and the rebound is picked up by Ricky behind the goal as Ricky tried to pass it to Kucher, but the Bulldogs were right there. Another puck loose in the slot, but the Bulldogs cannot come away with it. Had it on his stick for a moment, lost it as the puck is in the corner again. Goes behind the net with it, passes up to his point. Number 8 moves to the center of the ice. His shot quick on net. Tip almost found the back of the net. Kucher passes it to Cole Williams, who gives it in the space of Kucher, but it bounces off the boards to the goalie for the Bulldogs, who passes it quickly to his defender as they are quick to break out, nearly broken up, and is broken up in the neutral zone by Satawa, but the Bulldogs are there to regroup. Patty there on the forecheck. Nice forecheck there with Satawa coming in for support. Just couldn't hold on to the puck as it moves to the neutral zone, sent back in by Griffin Friel. The goalie has to come out from behind his own net. Plays it to his defender. Brait right there. Satawa coming in for support. Bulldogs skating up ice, stops. He falls down. Pass from Satawa to Brait as he rims it around for Nathaniel Kloppy. Can't get there in time. Backhand pass right into the skates of Satawa. Up to the point for Jack Williams. Moves to the center of the ice. Passes across to Friel. His shot blocked. Oh, the puck had a weird deflection and is moved slowly over through the crease. But Satawa had fallen down. Could not tap it in as the Bulldogs get it out. But very quickly the Stallions regain possession. Brait bounces it off the boards into a space that Satawa can skate into. Number 7 is there for the Bulldogs as they do break it out of the zone. Jack Williams taps it. Brait picks up that puck as Satawa could not get out of the zone in time. He was right there. Nice try by Satawa as he had to drop to one knee to try to get over. He couldn't, and an offsides is called. Face-off just outside of the blue line. Off the glass for the Bulldogs, where Pearson Kloppy is going to have to skate into it as it goes all the way down. He stops, turns around, passes it, tries to pass it to Collis. Pass broken up by the Bulldogs as they have possession now. Up to the point, on net, wide of the net. As PK has it now, he has time and space, gets over the red line, gets over the blue line. Dumps it low for Carnes to pick up. He gets knocked down. A weak flip. Edmond is right there as Carnes has it. His shot, oh, nearly went backhand by PK as the goalie moves the net off. And sorry, that was not PK, that was Collis with the quick turnaround shot. Crampton with the faceoff wins it back to Stein. His shot blocked. Friel picks up the blocked shot, passes it down to Stein as the puck flips to the other side of the ice. Breakout pass straight to Willie's stick as he sends it right back in. Crampton picks it up along the hash marks, drops it to Friel. His another shot is blocked as the Bulldogs player falls down and turns away. Still blocks the shot off the boards from William to Stein. Stein across to Crampton. Crampton drags it through his body as it moves up along the boards. Kenjemi racing for it. He falls down as the Bulldogs drop it and shot high and wide of the net. Puck battle in the corner of the Stallions defensive zone. Up to the point now. Nice diving stave by Stein as he extends his full body to get a piece of that puck. As it's ripped back in, Castor comes out from behind his own net. Here comes Friel with it now up to the point, right to Adrian, but nice poke check from Stein to get it into the neutral zone. The Bulldogs still have possession here. Working to move it into the Stallions defensive zone. Loose puck, Carnes. Pass to Collis, just not enough space in between the two of them as Patty buys himself some time, moves in, drives wide. His shot on net and saved as he gets hit. As the face-off will now be in the Bulldogs defensive zone with 12:37 left to go in the third period. Ethan Patty wins the face-off back to Ricky, who tried to pull it around number 17. Couldn't get there in time as he has it now into the zone, the defensive zone of the Stallions. Puck through the top of the slot. His shot on net saved by Kastner. Fresh little legs out there for the Stallions, with Justin Satawa taking the face-off, supported by Nathaniel Kloppy and Connor Brait, with Ricky and Cole Williams on the defensive side. Shot blocked by Kloppy. Puck in the corner now. Satawa there for the forecheck. Brait bounces it off the boards. It's a foot race. Who's going to get there? Brait chops at it. Satawa there. Puck moves into the neutral zone. Sent back in by Cole Williams. Number 31, the goalie for Adrian, comes out from behind the pipes to play the puck to number 10, waiting for it in the corner. Kloppy right there on the forecheck, leaves it to Brait, who is looking to Cole, who fights for it in the neutral zone. Can't come away with it as the Bulldogs have it once again, as it's flipped by Ricky, as Satawa's there to pick up the loose puck, sends it behind him to Cole, who has it behind his own net, passes up to Stein. Quick shot on net, deflection into the netting above the glass as a stoppage in play occurs with 11:23 left to go in the third period. Face-off won by Adrian. Sent back into the corner. Battling for it is Crampton. Pass below the goal line from the Bulldogs. Now the puck is sitting just outside the crease. Picked up by one of the Stallion players. Sent into the corner again. Pass to the point from the Bulldogs misses as Kenjemi is quick to chase it down. Puck still in the neutral zone. Crampton crosses over the blue line. Kenjemi has it. His shot. Saved. Rebound there in the slot. Hebert has it. His shot. Oh, just wide of the net. Stein jumps up, catches it, drops it to himself. Hebert has it, drops it down low to Stein, who's fighting for it in the corner, turns around, just holding it against the boards, waiting for support. Up the boards, PK holds it in. Backhand taken away by 14 as PK intercepts that pass at the neutral zone through Stein's feet. His shot on net, puck sent into the corner by the Bulldogs as they're quick to get out of the zone. 16 was streaking high along the boards, waiting for it along that far blue line. Puck looked like it bounced over his stick as Hebert has it now. His pass through the air hits number 10 as he is forced to regroup just below the face-off circle. Flips it high into the air as it's caught by one of the Adrian players, and Patty is there for the forecheck as it's sent off the boards by Pearson Kloppy, where Collis is there chasing it down. Carnes takes it, passes it right back to Collis, who's below the goal line still. Collis up to the point for Williams. Jack fakes the slap shot. His shot on net. Deflection out of play. The Stallions still trailing by 1 with 9:49 left to go in the third period. Looking to find the equalizer here as Londos takes the face-off. Bulldogs come away with it. Stops, reverses the ice. 18 has it now for Adrian, passes it below his goal line. Brait is there with Londos for support. Londos is pinned up against the wall. Brait has to come in to support. Waiting for something to happen as they're digging it for it along the boards. Finally, it does come loose. Brait has it. Nice moves by Brait to keep it in possession. Friel passes to Londos. A little bit too hot to handle. Brait passes to Friel, who passed it back to Brait. His shot on net saved as Nathaniel Kloppe gets into a minor altercation with number 7 from the Bulldogs. And it looks like they're going to be taking both of them, or maybe not. Or they definitely got Nathaniel Kloppe. And they are going to take number 7 as well from Adrian. As it is now 4-on-4 play. With Charlie Carnes taking the face-off. Won by Adrian. Oh, poke check by Carnes. Looked like it was going to find the net. As Collis has it, bounces off the boards to Hebard, who sends it in. Bobbling it is 25, who's tried to catch it out of midair. Carnes comes away with it. His pass intended for PK. Does get through. Nice moves by PK. Backhand pass right to 18, but he can't get it out of the zone as Carnes has it. As the puck is loose in his skates. Collis there in a forecheck. Nice hit by Devin Collis. Sends him down to the ground. Carnes is there. Collis comes in for support. Collis still fighting for it. Hard to knock down Collis. As the Bulldogs get out of the zone, 27 looks to backhand it. Does find a player. Quick slap shot by Kastner. Quick slap shot into the chest of Kastner, that is. .820 left to go in the third period. Stallions still trailing. Face-off tied up as it does get out of the zone for the Bulldogs. Oh, the defender fell down. Stein almost came away with it. Just couldn't grab hold of that puck as the Bulldogs break it out of their zone, or try to at least. They have yet to get it out, having to backtrack behind their own net. Here they come now. Number 13 has it. He's going to take it for himself. And they're going to be called for an offsides. So just like that, it will be called back. And face-off will be outside the Stallions' defensive zone. Face-off bobbling into the Stallions zone, the Adrian defensive zone, with Kangemi hot on the forecheck. Friel has it now, back in the Stallions defensive zone. Rims it around to Jack Williams, who passes it down low to Friel, who fakes moving left, cuts back right, cuts back to Williams, who passes across back to Friel, who passes it up to Kangemi. Nice passing play between those three right there. Kangemi gets blocked up. Flip up and off the glass. Number 19 is going to run into it. Has it, goes below the net. Pass to the slot. Luckily, they missed on that. That could have been another goal for the Bulldogs. As Kangemi is just working to try to get it up and out of the zone. He's pinned up against the boards. Can't really do much. Crampton comes in for support. Comes away with it. Passes it along the boards for Brill. Seth Brill sends it down low to Williams. Pass back to Williams, or to Brill in the slot. He had the shot on net just wide. It was a nice pass by Jack Williams right back to Brill. A nice give and go there. Can't come away with the goal as they're fighting for it in the corner. Satawa has trying to gain possession. Bray comes in for support. Bray has it in the corner along the hash marks to the top of the circle. Fakes the drop, moves to the top of the slot, flips the side of the ice. His shot, save, rebound is there, picked up by the Bulldogs as they're going to get it up and out of the zone. Bounced off the boards in just a way that this Bulldog player can't come away with it. Passed up the ice from Bray to Satawa. Satawa gets over the red line, hits the referee with the puck as he has to chase down his own dump now. As the Bulldogs try to break it out. Nice hit from Bray as it bounces off his skate. Adrian have to go goal line, or sorry, D to D behind the goal line as they send it down for an icing. Ethan Patty getting ready to take the face-off with Collis and Carnes supporting. Puck flipped through the ice. Hebard caught it, and while it was in his glove, spins around to eat the hit and then drops it to himself as they're going to call a hand pass. And it looks like Bob Hayden Hebard is going to be called for the penalty. Looks like it might be a delay of game penalty. Not entirely sure what that call is for, but regardless, the Stallions are now on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes with only 5:40 left to go in this game. The Bulldogs finally get it into the zone, flip it down low where Patty is there. Knocks him down. The referee is going to call another penalty. This time, it looks like they're going to call it on Patty. What is this? They're going to call Patty for a boarding call. And now the Stallions are down to 3 players for a 5-on-3 with Satawa, Kloppy, and Jack Williams out there. The Bulldogs compressing their zone. Stallions playing the triangle here. Satawa waiting for an option. 25, his shot. Saved by Kastner, but the rebound is there. The goal is called off. The goal is called off as looks like the rebound popped out and they got a quick shot on net, but they called off the goal for a goalie interference.
Ladies and gentlemen, the goal is disallowed for goaltender interference.
They pushed back Kastner and he fell down, so they're gonna wave off that goal. It's still 3-2 with 5 minutes left to go. Quick pass along the side. Kloppy's there as the Bulldogs move below the net, circling back towards the top of the zone. Across the slot, back to the other side, drops it. Top of the slot again. His shot saved and held onto by Kastner. The Stallions are on the 5-on-3 for the next minute and 4 seconds when we will get back one skater. Bulldogs win the face-off. Pass to the tops of the circles, back to the point. Puck lost, tapped away by Collis. It's a foot race now. Collis trying to beat him one-on-one. Can't come away with it, but does a good job of getting it out of the zone as the Bulldogs are forced to regroup. And here comes 18 now getting it over the blue line. The puck bobbling on his stick, can't hold on to it. Passes it back to his partner, who now has it at the top of the point. to number 25 across the slot. Stick poked or poke check by Collis as the Bulldogs work to slow down this power play with Crampton, Collis, and Friel out there now. Puck with Kastner. He comes away with it again. Nice save by number 1. As the Stallions will get a fresh set of legs out there now with Satawa, Jack Williams, and Michael Stein out there. Face-off 1. Back to the Bulldogs, who have it now just above the goal line, now passing below the goal line. Pass through the slot, wide, gets out of the zone. 5 seconds left to go in this 5-on-3. We'll get a skater back here just very soon. Another shot, saved. Slapped out of the zone by Stein. Now it's a 5-on-4. Here comes Hayden Hebard. Keep calling him Boppo. That's not his real name. Pass out of the zone by the Bulldogs. 5 seconds left to go on this full power play. The Stallions are almost back to even strength. Flipped up and out of the zone. And the Stallions have successfully killed this penalty, this power play by the Bulldogs, as they are now back to 5-on-5 hockey with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Kenjemi has it. Bounces it off the boards to Stein. Stein feeds it back to Kenjemi. Broken up by the Bulldogs. Williams waiting to have everybody on side, sends it back in. Right to the stick of Kenjemi. Oh, and another penalty called. That was their chance. As the Adrian player backhanded it right to Kenjemi, who's sitting behind the net. Looks like he had Cole flying through the middle of the slot there. But they're going to call another penalty on Jack Williams. So the last 5 minutes of this game, a lot of it's been played unevenly, with the Stallions spending a lot of that time in the box. Another 5-on-4 penalty kill here with only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go, which means that they will only be on full strength for 50 seconds left in this third period. Pass up to the point. Moves into the top of the circle. Back to the slot. Blocked by Brait as the puck bounces to the other side of the hash marks. He cuts. Nice hit by Brait, but the Bulldogs still have possession. Quick shot on net. Saved by Kastner. Jack Williams' penalty is called for boarding. Pass up to the point. Go D to D. Nice poke check by Carnes. Just can't come away with it. Pass down low. Loose. Back to the Bulldogs below the goal line. Up to the blue line. A nice pick and roll set there by the Bulldogs. Keeps it in the zone. As the Stallions just working to get it out. As both Carnes and Patty, diving block by Patty. Looks like he got a piece of it. As the Bulldogs self-induce the zone clearance. Carnes chasing it down. Patty right behind him. Carnes is quick. Patty there on the forecheck with Carnes right there behind him. The Bulldogs struggling to get it out of the zone right now, with Carnes providing great pressure. Pass to Patty in the middle of the ice over the slot. Patty sends it to himself. He gets hit into the back of the net as the Bulldogs do manage to break it out. Very slowly, though. They send it in, rim it around, where PK fighting for it along the boards. And Satawa is going to come away with it. Passes it across ice to Friel. Friel's going to get up over the blue line, move across the red line. He's going to skate over the far blue line. He has an option. Passes it back to Collis. Collis' shot saved. 6 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Stallions, as they will have a face-off down in the zone. And Western Michigan Stallions have called a timeout with 57 seconds left to go here in the third period. There'll be full strength for about 50 seconds. And Coach Bill might look to pull his goalie here if we can hold on to possession in the Bulldogs' defensive territory. But we will see. It looks like it's going to be Friel, Brait, Crampton, and Collis out there. And the net, Isaac has been pulled as it's a 5-on-5 here. Waiting for that sixth player to come in, and the Stallions are back to full strength. Here comes Jack Williams now, filling in for that sixth player. The net is pulled. Friel has it in the corner. Friel passes up to the point for Crampton. He skates in to the side. His shot blocked. Crampton has to chase down that puck because there is an empty net. Nice hit from Cramp as he is going to regain possession behind the empty net. Backhands it to Collis, who feeds it up to Friel. Friel over and across to Crampton. He was open. Crampton bounces it off the skate. Another pass blocked. Puck bounces out of the zone through the neutral zone. Friel needs to chase it down or else they're going to score another goal, and they do. And just like that, Isaac Kastner is going to go right back out as the score is now 4-2. Adrian Bulldogs with 14 seconds left to go in this game. And the Bulldogs win it back in the neutral zone. Cole Williams has it now with 5 seconds left to go. That's going to do it as the Stallions take their first loss in over a month. The win streak is broken. The final score of this game, Adrian 4, Stallions 2. As the boys meet in the center of the ice to shake hands. Tomorrow's game will be back home at Wings Event Center at 4:30 p.m. Hoping to split the weekend and take the victory tomorrow afternoon. From Arlington Sports Ice Arena, I am Gabe Stacy, along with my partner Brandon Anderson. Together we make a lethal duo in commentating and camera operation. Have a great night and a great Halloween. And that is all.